Okay, now in this video I'm going to give a little VBA programming for beginners example on how to scroll and read data that are in rows. So I already have a sheet set up with data on it, and I'm going to expand row 1, and the very first thing I'm going to do is just freeze that row. That way when I scroll down I can still always see the headers. So to do that, I'm going to highlight the first row, and it's going to be in the View tab. In the View tab you have the Freeze Panes options. You're going to select Freeze Top Row. So now if I scroll down, no matter what, row 1 is always going to be visible. So what I'm going to do in this case is show how to programmatically read each row, more specifically a certain row and a column, but one by one. So to get that started, go to your Developers tab, and in your Developers tab just go on and do Insert, and we're going to place a Command button, and I'm just going to resize it. And what you can do is right click it and select Properties, and this one we're just gonna say Read Data. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double click that, and I'm gonna create a variable. This is taking us to the environment to type code. We're gonna do row number is equal to 1, and what we're gonna do is first create a loop. Do events, and we're going to do row number is equal to row number plus 1. And I'm going to resize my windows so I can make sure you can see all my code. Back to the Visual Basic environment. And what we're going to do is we're going to read each row by creating a variable. We'll call this, since I'm looking at column A, I'm going to call it last name, since that's the last name column. Let's say last name data is equal to, and we're working with sheet 1 range A2, but it's going to be sheet 1 dot range. We're going to do A and the ampersand, and we're going to put the row number because that's a variable that we've created. And what we're going to do is loop until the last name data is equal to nothing. And so I can better explain this. The do loop is simply going through each line one by one. It's repeating this code that I have set up over and over and over until the last name data is blank, because we're doing row numbers equal to row number plus 1. So we start off with 1, and if we add 1 to 1, of course we're going to get 2, and then 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1, 4, and then so on until we reach the bottom of the sheet. And so this is just going to give you the start on how you can read data one by one. And what I'm going to do is do a demonstration and put message box, and I'm going to put last name data. And what I'm going to do is on row number, if row number is equal to 8, then exit sub. I'm just going to quit the loop. And let's try this code out. Click read data, and there we are now reading the sheet. We have 1, that's going to be row 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is going to be the last one. There won't be any more message boxes. And then there you have it. That's just reading each row one by one. And I'm going to show a few more examples on VBA programming using this same principle and method in the next videos, but except I'm going to show you a little bit, I'm going to show different parameters, finding cells that have certain lengths, some that have certain strings, ones that don't contain a certain string. I'm also going to show you how to highlight items that meet a certain criteria without doing conditional formatting, and how to delete rows where certain conditions are met. So I hope to see you in the next video. Again, these are VBA programming for beginners. Thank you for watching.